Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I know sometimes I'm like super hyper and other times not quite as hype. If you're new to this channel, you're kind of scrolling through like, whoa, what am I watching? Coach Esteban here. I'm your 49-year-old anti-aging fitness and nutrition coach. Put in the comments, what's up, Chris? Put in the comments where you're from. Put in there where you're watching from. Doris is like, my house, a little bit more than my house. Like what city, what state, what country. We have more different countries on Instagram than we do on Facebook, but in the Facebook group, we have more countries. So unique. How many of you guys have something in your cupboard supplement-wise that you've got no freaking clue exactly what it does, but you're like, I know it was good. If that's you, put me. Like, I know it was good for some reason. I looked through my cupboards, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Let's go Oklahoma. We got, Jen, you're going to have to tell me how to pronounce that. Lipstick, Ohio. Lipstick. It's either le or le. Lipstick, Ohio. We've got Texas coming on board now. So I was cleaning out my pantry and I'm like, what the heck are these supplements for? Why the heck did I buy it? So if you've ever done that, put me in the comments. You know, I realized, holy crap, you know, at some point I thought this would have been good for me, but why did I not do it as a regular regimen? Or why did I stop? You know, was it good for me? Is it not good for me? Should I take it? Don't know. I'm going to clean up some of that confusion throughout this week. Thursday night, so as you're scrolling through here, Thursday night, I am doing a workshop, a supplement workshop on gut health, on weight loss, and performance. So if you're interested in that, put K7. So I gotta promote the brand. Those of you guys in the Zoom room, if you don't have the link, go ahead and put K7 on there, and I'll give you the link so you can get in there, and then you'll be invited to the Zoom room Thursday night. So if you're watching on Instagram and you're like, yo, bro, Esteban, I want to learn more about supplements that are going to be helpful for me, put K7 in the comments and I'll send you a link so you can join me in that live workshop. It's not going to be recorded. It's going to be live. I'm going to support you and hook you up for that. So thank you, kids. All right. So Zoom room, I have a VIP room if you guys, they're the cool kids. Cool kids table. So after we go live, I'll make sure to put that link in there. Just open it up in a new browser. And let's make sure you get that Zoom link. Watch where we're at here. Mira donde estamos aquí. So I'm staying on this pathway because I want it to be stuck in your head. A lot of times when we get lab work done, when we go to the doctors, I don't feel good. What up, Mikey? We got Chris, we got Mike. We got Jackson is skipping school, Boomy. You know, if you're skipping school, you might as well be watching Esteban on demand. So, right? If your kids are skipping school, let's get some nutrition education here. I love it. All right, so when we get a diagnosis, typically what happens is watch the visual here. We've got recommended daily allowance, the RDA, keeping us from being in the high health risk. Oh, this looks like a death symbol. That's because it is a death symbol. So this is high health risks. Let's get you on pharmaceuticals. Sometimes pharmaceuticals are a great slingshot to get us out of the situation. And then we're right above the death line, and then we come down. So it's a wave of life right here. This is a junky way of living. Some may say a shitty way of living, but not me. I don't curse, so I would never say that. So a junky way of living to where you're not being your adventurous, your active self. What we're going to coach you on is optimal living. What is the way that I get to sleep, drink, eat, supplement, exercise? Where do my hormone levels get to be so I can live optimally? So if you were to live optimally, what would you do? What would you do different today that your body's kind of holding you back in? Would it be traveling? Would it be zip lining? You guys already know me, horseback riding every time. Put in the comments, what would you guys do? If you're like, no, I wake up and my energy's up, my confidence is up. Would you be wearing different clothes? Would you be doing different activities? What would you do? Thank you guys for playing. 5 to 10K runs, traveling. Ooh, where would you travel? Where would you travel? I already know where this person's going to travel. I like hearing it. And with the traveling, it's like, what would you do when you travel? So I'm leaving my house, I'm leaving my couch, and I'm traveling to someplace, and we're doing what? Okay, awesome. That's, well, what is all of the things? I would be doing all of the things. That's what a comment that I got in there is. What are all of the things? Give me one of all of the things. That's a guidance that we're going to go on whenever you come on Esteban on the band is how to step into the optimal. Go to the Grand Canyon. I love that. That's, you get to have optimal physique for that. To be able to walk down and up or do a donkey down and up, either way, that's it. Tough Mudder. Ooh, all right. So book it. Book a Tough Mudder. That's a force function. Force function, we talked about that last week. You schedule something, you pay for it, and you're like, hey, I'm committed. You'd go on daily hikes. Awesome. Where would you do daily hikes? Chris, where would you do daily hikes? Put that in the comments. So that's what we're getting to with the optimal. I'm going to go over 2 variables of supplementation that can be supported. And I'm not a doctor, so here's my freaking disclaimer. I'm not a doctor, number 1. And 2, without getting lab work, this is average American clinical study American average that I'm making suggestions on. If you want to identify specifically, well, what makes sense for me? Number 1, you're not going to go wrong with what I'm about to suggest. Number 2, I'd recommend that you get lab work to be truly specific for you. And you stay in this channel long enough, you know that I bring in different practitioners where you can connect with them to get that done. At the waterfall. Oh, schedule it. Book it for the weekend and when you're not working. Go hike at the waterfall. You can do it. Little by little. Inch by inch, it's a cinch. We're going to travel to Asia and Europe. So yeah, I like the traveling. That's good. All right, so for general health, multivitamins is going to be the foundation and the base. And we talked about yesterday the 2 main reasons that supplementation makes sense. There's a lot of reasons, but the 2 main reasons is farming practices, the nutrients, the vitamins, the minerals are not in the soil like they used to be. So the minerals are missing. We're just not at the level that we were 50, 70 years ago. The vitamins from the food as well, if it's been genetically modified, isn't up to par for what our body needs to live at an optimal level. So now we're at suboptimal and potentially at deficiency levels. So health risks go up. Also, there's poisons. There's a herbicide. There's a pesticide. Anything with "ide" is death, homicide. Oh, yeah, it totally makes sense. Fluoride in the water, chloride in the water, killing the bacteria and our gut biome when you drink it. Oh, that totally sucks. The glyphosate, Roundup, massive poison. So as we're consuming today's foods, there's a big gap on living optimal, having my play span, and what my body's able to do based on what I'm bringing in. Second is my food choices. I don't eat organic, awesome 100% of the time. It just doesn't happen. So there's a gap with the kryptonite foods that I've chosen to eat. This isn't even if it was an accident. The ones that I've chosen to eat, there's a gap in the nutrients that I'm getting from those foods, those poisons, to the way that I optimally want to live. So that's where multivitamin fills in the gap. Put MV in the comments. I want you guys to be like, whoa, this is what I need. I need a multivitamin. Put MV in the comments. If you're on this channel, you're going to be living the active lifestyle. So you want an active multivitamin. You want something that's got the raw materials for, oh, we need to repair that muscle tissue. Oh, we might need a higher level of antioxidants as well. So different B vitamins, things that our body would need for repair and recovery. I'm reading the comments. Instagram's active today. Thank you for being active. Appreciate you. Number 2, magnesium. Over 300 mechanisms that we know that magnesium does within the body. It's an essential one. And so many of us are deficient. People who get the lab work done. So I want you to put magnesium in the comments. I want you to just to memorize, like, and there are so many different types of magnesiums. That'll be a different day where we identify what is the ideal magnesium for my goal, for my objective. And they have awesome magnesium supplements that you can get at the stores or online to have an ideal blend as well. So just remember, in general, magnesium. Moving on, vitamin D, vitamin D3, your immune system's going to go up from it. So hold on, let me put my tinfoil hat on. Hey guys, I want you to stay away from the sun because the sun is bad for you. And instead, what I want you to do is I want you to put a chemical on your body that's toxic to keep the sun away from you. So we know that the vitamin D, not only is it a vitamin, but it's a hormone also. And it's generated in our body when we're out in the sun. And we're told, and it increases our immune system, we're told stay out of the sun and put chemicals on your body, which seep into the system, into our body, our system, and increases potential risk for disease and potential risk for cancers. Who the heck is giving us this advice? That's a little moronic. What did you think? I sure think so. Vitamin D, put the letter D on there. Go out and get some sun. Sun is amazing for us. Sun heals. Omega-3 is the last one I'm going to have on this list. Anti-inflammatory, great for brain health. There's a lot of benefits for omega-3. Omega-3 and vitamin D3 helps with the emotional stability. It helps with the all cellular structure. Now, let's shift into gut health. Gut health. So what's the benefit of gut health? Everything goes through the gut. If you missed yesterday, I want you to watch yesterday and binge watch on that. Put the word gut in the comments. G-U-T, however you spell gut. I'm Latino, so we spell things differently. So as you consume foods, the gut is where the nutrients are absorbed and they get spread out to different parts of the body. Now, here's one of the things that's happening to us today in 2023. We're consuming foods and medication, Tylenol, Advil, these pain pills that create leaky gut. So leaky gut is the tight bindings of the intestinal walls actually permeate. They start spreading apart, and chemicals will go through, toxins go through, waste goes through, bacteria goes through. So just like if I get poison on my arm and there's swelling there, those toxins go through the gut lining into our bloodstream and we get total body inflammation. So how do we heal the gut? So breaking it down to 4 supplements that are going to support the gut. Let me rephrase that. Supplements that are going to support the gut. What do you think? What do you think? Put in the comments. What do you think any one of them are? Participation here. This is not lecture style. This is like, you raise your hand. Thank you. Ingo. I see Ingo typing. He's like, I know one of them. I appreciate you guys. I'll be you guys on Instagram. So I wanted to break this down to 4 because there's a lot. Probiotics, 100%, absolutely. It's like you've been to this class before. Probiotics. There's a lot of different types of probiotics. Which one's best for you? You got to test out your body. But it's a safe bet that you take about just about any probiotic. Yay. Nothing's ever 100%. So we got pre and probiotics. The gut biome is unreal. There's more cells in our body from other species than there are that are human to ourselves. Nothing in the body happens without the support and the help of that gut biome. So there's bacteria, there's viruses, there's fungus, there's parasites, there's Arcadia, which is like a type of bacteria, so you can understand that. So there's a whole ecosystem within our gut biome, and we've got bacteria all throughout the body that are supportive, that are really helpful, and some that are not supportive. So what we're doing is prebiotics, think of it as a food for the probiotics. Probiotics, visualize that those are the good guys that help you out. They help break down the foods. They actually help give us energy. We can't be who we are without the bacteria, and we're just learning about it. I mean, when you look at over time, there's so much about the gut biome that we don't know, and every year there's new studies that come out that we're just mesmerized. There's some studies that show that cravings that we have are actually dictated by signals being given off by the gut biome, whether it's parasites craving sweets or good bacteria craving the prebiotics, the fiber. So it's fascinating. Every year, new studies come out on it. But yes, pre and probiotics, totally. Anything else? What else do you think is going to help out your gut? Let's go, let's go. Here we go. I love this one. If you're one of my clients, I'm going to tell you this all the time. L-Glutamine is an amino acid. Collagen also helps, but I'm not writing that one down because it's a binding unit. That's going to support tightening up, having the raw material so the gut lining can tighten back up. So the glutamine is going to be phenomenal. There's a supplement that I recommend, a powder that I recommend with my clients to have that in their scoop all the time. If you're my client and you're like, Esteban, what are you talking about? Put G in the comments and I'll let you know. I don't want this to be a supplement commercial. It's a muscle defender. I'll put it that way. Muscle defender. Muscle defender. Awesome. Moving on. A digestive enzyme. Enzymes are the catalyst to everything that happens in the body. All right, Chris, muscle defender, .fit, muscle defender. Enzymes are the catalyst to everything that happens in the body. So to absorb a higher level of vitamins, of the nutrients, a digestive enzyme is massively supportive. So you can get that in a capsule form. It's like, okay, I'm gonna help out my gut. So we go there. Lastly, when I was a kid and when I was studying nutrition for the first time, zinc to me was an old people's supplement. And zinc, there's so many benefits to the zinc. It'll help with the healing of the gut. What did I put in here? That's with so many things that are creating the permeation, the leaky gut. We want to fight to bring it back tighter. Zinc and glutamine are a huge component of that raw material. So if you notice that you bloat when you consume something, let's say we had the example this past week. We had a client that dropped 6 pounds in 1 week, just started one of our nutrition programs. And they look at the program. Those that are in the VIP room can attest to this one. It's like, Esteban, I'm not sure I can finish all of this food. There's so much food. So the goal and the objective is not, listen carefully, it's not to cut back calories. We've got to give you raw materials to heal the body. We've got to give you enough dietary protein to trigger muscle protein synthesis. That's what's going to build your skeletal muscle tissue. Muscle and movement is metabolism. So we're looking at this meal plan and it's like, wow, that's a lot of food. And what I'm doing is I'm designing raw material to heal your body. So this client, she dropped 6 pounds in under 7 days, and then consumed some kryptonite. We'll call that emotional eating. Consume some kryptonite, and life happens. So I want you to know if you've ever done that, it's okay in the sense that life happens. We just get to identify next time, how am I going to respond whenever I feel the way that I was triggered emotionally? anxiety, stress are the very common ones. If you've ever emotionally eaten, put me in the comments. I think I emotionally eat just about every day. So the point that I want to make with this gut healing, I want to close this loop, is if you've noticed that, I know, right? It's like, I woke up and I'm emotionally eating. If you notice that your body poofed up, you're like, oh man, I really put on a lot of weight. That's a sign of the inflammation because the gut is leaking. So it's like, okay, how do I tighten that up? Number one, let's avoid the poisons that are coming in. If you need help identifying that, put the word coach in the comments. Even my crew, those of you people that are working with one of the K7 coaches, if you're like, I'm still unclear, put the word coach in the comments and we'll chat to identify what are the kryptonites that are going into your body that are creating the leaky gut, that are offsetting your hormones. Let's get that out. And then let's put some raw material that's going to bring that binding tight again. So that if you do fall off your bicycle, if you do, I'm just thinking like when I used to rollerblade, freaking awesome. I jump over cars and do all this spinning backwards and flips. And then that was back in college. Then I got back on the rollerblades as an adult and I, boom, fell. I'm like, okay, that sucks. And then I get back up and rollerblade some more. Boom, I fall again. So it's common when you're doing something new, a new program, for you to fall on your face. That's being human. You have human moments. So what we do is we identify, how do I heal this? Let me get the hand of my coach. Chris, I got you. And let's tighten that back up. So next time that I do fall and I have a human moment, I'm not having 6 pounds of inflammation. That would be nice, wouldn't it? It's like, oh, I want to be able to have the ice cream or the pizza or the soda or the bottle of wine and not put on 4 or 6 pounds of inflammation. Got it. So, Antigone, I just read your comments. Total distraction. I can't repeat what she said. I'd get grounded by my wife. It was bad words. Bad words in the VIP comments. Thursday night supplement workshop. Put K7 in the comments if you want the link to that. If you want a little chat on like, what the heck are my kryptonites? Why has my body not been getting tighter even though I'm exercising? Even though I'm eating right? Lean on the coaches. Lean on me. Lean on one of my coaches. Put the word coach in the comments. Instagram, thank you for being on. Love ya. Hang tight. Facebook, not Facebook, VIP. VIP room's a little chill today. Like, yes, we are. Yes, we are. All right, who's first with a question?